Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey. And it's Monday, time for our Facebook Live. And it's going to be quick and easy today. Several of you commented and said you wanted to know how I made this card. There we go. That's kind of like a little stand-up easel card using the Garden Walk dies. I think that's what it's called. So this is the one I shared last week. Garden Meadow dies, I think. And then here's one I made today. This one is, this is made with the new paper in the new catalog, Thoughtful Journey. But then this one is made with Meandering Meadow. And I like both of them. So I thought I'd show you how to do this. It's not hard. So let's see, we'll get started here. The first thing you're going to need is if you want it to be a 3-panel card, you could do 4 panels. I don't think that would be a problem, but you'll need 4 of these. Now you'll notice how this has, to me, a distinct front and back. You're going to want to have the front sides up. That seems crazy, but that's what we're going to do. Now, if you're really careful, you can do it with a 6x6 piece of paper. So we're going to try it with this one. This is Meandering Meadow. No, this must be the new one. The new Thoughtful Journey. So we're going to fold it exactly. Well, no, we're not going to fold it. We're going to cut it exactly at 3 inches. And then you're going to layer them because you're going to cut them with the arch again, and you want the front indentations to show. So we're going to decide what we want to see in our arch. And I think that'll be, now you turn it over and make sure you're getting that cut line on your, where you've got it lined up. So I'm going to twist that a little bit. It's not quite. There we go. And then we'll put some tape to hold it, because we don't want it to shift. Now, if you're using a larger piece of paper, it won't be quite so hard, but I wanted to use these 6x6 pieces of paper. So we're going to run that through the cut and emboss machine. And then we'll put that to the side. Now we have 2 pieces. They can go that way. I believe they I kind of like it this way. Yeah, that is the way it goes on that paper. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn our pieces over. So we want the pretty indentations to be on the back because we're going to cover up the front so it doesn't matter. Now, this is just some printer paper, and it's about 1 inch by 3, depending on which what you're making to be your hinged piece. You could have it either longer or shorter. Now, I'm not using cardstock because it would be a little bit too thick, I think. So, we'll stick with a piece of printer paper. And we'll put it on here first, line up at the bottom. If you go over, you can trim it off. And then we'll slide this here to where it butts right up to the edge. Now we'll turn that over and make sure we've got it on. Now, so you want it right up to the edge. Now we'll do the same thing on this one. All you're really doing is creating a hinge. And I'll turn that one over, make sure it's nice and... Now see, this is the back, but it's still pretty, and you want the front and the back to both be pretty. So now we're going to add our DSP. It's going to hide that hinge. I can take this tape off. Now that's on there pretty good. I think we'll leave that one. Now, so I'm thinking that all you have to do is create these little panels. They're kind of like the little miniature room dividers. And then you can decorate them any way you want. Slide that down a little bit. Now see, that's you're gonna crease that. It's gonna look nice. Now we'll do this one. So you could use garden walk, you could use nested friends. So many possibilities. Squeeze that. And now we're going to put our sentiment on this one. And I'm making this as a thinking of you card. And I couldn't decide Petunia Pop or Berry Burst, but I think I'm going to use the Berry Burst. This is from the Garden Meadow stamp. But any large sentiment that you want, bold sentiment, you could do happy birthday, anything will work. Let me get my foam mat. Okay, I'm going to put it over to the side because I'm going to decorate it a little bit with some branches. And hopefully we'll be able to squeeze those on there. And now we can decorate this. We'll adhere this. Now you see it's just as pretty on the front as it is on the back. Looks like no, that's going to glue down. Now I went ahead and pre-cut some branches from let's see, what's this one called? Flowers of Beauty. So I pre-cut this large branch piece here, and then some of the small little flowers, and we'll see what that looks like. I kind of thought it might be pretty on here. I think we put it there. It's a little, well, of course you can go a little taller. Not sure where I want it. And then this one we're going to put over here. So I think that will look the best. We'll just use little dabs of Tombow. Hold this down, hold these leaves down. You could have used, I could use Garden Green on here or some old olive. But I thought the soft sea foam looked pretty with this paper. We're going to cut the bottom off, so I'm not going to put Tombow there. And this one, well, we're going to have to cut more off. That's okay. Be a little bit shorter. It can hang over the edge because it's still got enough room to go in an envelope. Okay, we'll cut these off. And again, I couldn't decide on what color flowers, so I did some Berry Burst and some Petunia Pop, because I thought that that needed the variety of colors. We'll just sprinkle a few flowers on our branches. See how that turns out. And I'm just dabbing. I put some glue on my silicone mat, and we're just picking up a little bit of glue there. It's nice to not get too much glue on my fingers. Okay, now we'll put some on our next one. Oh, you know what? That needs to be the lighter color. The Petunia Pop. That's such a good color. A fun name for a color. Now you still have a place to sign your name here, but if you want to write a message, you've got a lot more. You can room on the back. You can write a longer message. Now I pulled out these brass dragonflies and birds. I think we'll use the dragonflies today. Not sure that I've ever used them. I guess there's some missing here. I think dragonflies like to light on tall branches. So I'll put that little dragonfly up there. This was pretty quick and easy, wasn't it? So each time you do one, depending on which paper you use, it's going to come out a little different. I like this one. So now make sure your creases are good, and it will stand up for you. All you've done is created a hinge using a light piece of paper. So we've got that one. We've got this pretty one with yellows and reds and greens. And then another one with some Petunia Pop and Berry Burst. I like them all. I hope you do too. I'd love for you to make one of these and give it a try and share it with me on my page. Thanks, Tricia. It's fun to do these. I can't wait to try it again. Speaking of which, this was just laying out on my desk. I think you could do the same thing and create a hinged with the radiating dies. That would be kind of fun. And I'm sure there's some others that we have that you could, as long as you create your own hinge, you could make your own card. I love when the DSP does my work too, because I don't always have time for a whole bunch of stamping. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.